word, what's going on with you? Like Derr, Pastor Derr. So we're gonna get into some things. Today's sermon, obedience. What is obedience? Might be asking yourself that, folks. Obedience is a law. It's a request. You know, it's an order. You know, to one's authority that's over you. You're obedient, you know, to the popo, the cops. You're obedient to your judge. You're obedient to your parents. You're obedient to your girlfriend, your boyfriend. You're obedient to your kids. When they want something, you get it for them. So what is obedience? You know, it's an order. It's a request to one's authority that's over you. So it's more of, you know, obedience, obedient, you know, is a Latin word. It comes from a Latin word that means obey. You know, it's better to obey one's wise words than to disregard and be foolish. It's a figure of speech. Just, you know, made it up right there. But obedience, you know, being obedient to your parents will have you live a long life upon the earth. It says that in Ephesians 6:1. You know, be obedient to your mother and your father, for thy days will be upon the earth long. Longevity. You know, but if you're being disobedient, they ain't looking too right. They ain't looking too good. Obedience, you know, people that's not obedient, it's a lot of pride and ego things going on with it. I can do what I want, man. I'm this, I'm that, man. I'm the best ever, man. Yeah, man. Man, forget that, man. I'm doing me, man. What? You can't be obedient? So what makes you more higher than anyone else? Obedience is better than a sacrifice. That's why I said what I said a few seconds ago. You know, being obedient will lead you to riches. Being disobedient will lead you to a whole road of life of destruction, of misery, of not happiness, of losing your mind. A lot of things just by not being obedient. Think about it. Moses wasn't obedient because he took the credit for something that he had nothing to do with. God told him to strike the rock and water gushed out of a rock. Yes, people, I said a rock. Yeah, rock on the ground that you find. Water, actual water, like from a spring, water that gushed out like a faucet. You know, you go to your kitchen and you look at the sink, you know, the water come out. It came out just like that, but out of a rock instead. So Moses took the credit for making the water come out the rock. Now we know you couldn't make that happen. No, not at all. God made that happen. So for Moses not being obedient, God promised him land. He promised him acres. He promised him a lot of beautiful things. But his foot never stepped in the promised land. Only because he was not obedient. And he died right there on the mountain in front of God. Literally. Like, not kidding. So, it's better to be obedient. You're obedient at work. You listen. You know, your boss tell you to go do something, you do it. You tell your kids to go do something, they're being what? Obedient to you. When your kids ask you for something, you go and get it, right? So you're being obedient to your kids. You see how this comes around full circle? It's not complicated, folks. It really ain't. So, obedience goes in every part of life, every area of life, honestly. To be truthful, because being disobedient can lead to a whole heap of trouble. Not just trouble, a lot of things that you don't have to go through, that you put yourself through. Just by not what? What is it? What is it, folks? What is it called? Oh my gosh. He gave us one. He gave one. Oh, he gave another. Oh, what are they called? Ears. Listening. You save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration if you just listen and be obedient. How difficult is that? For some people it is. Some people it ain't. But a hard head make a soft behind. You gonna learn one way or another. Oh, you gonna learn. And iron wears out in due time. So, just think about it. Things that you don't want to do, be obedient and do it anyway. Get it out the way. It's like you being in college and, the professor like, look, man, y'all gonna have a test next Monday. So, he just told y'all that Friday. So count along with me, folks. That give you Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You can study if you're obedient. But, some of you, whatever, man, it's due on Monday. I pass it anyway. Party. Wake up. You get to your class late as I don't know what. Everybody else halfway done their test. Now you just walking in looking like a dummy. Not being obedient. He told you the test gonna be on Monday. It's Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 3 days. Do the math. For you to study and pass. But no, you want to be disobedient and not listen. Not listening. And fail. So you tell me, does that make any sense at all? I mean, truthfully, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I can't sugarcoat anything. Only thing sugarcoated is a Sour Patch Kid. In the end, it's a sour taste. Believe that. And that's my own saying. And that's facts. So be obedient to your mom, your dad, cousin, your brother, your sister. Because if you don't listen to people, people won't listen to you. You see how that go? You don't listen to God. Well, that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother sermon. And that's just real facts. How can I expect you to listen to me if I'm not going to listen to you? If I disregard your opinion about something, then you're going to disregard my opinion as well. That means that there's no agreement. Think, folks. Is obedience, which is a law, a request, a order of authority that's over you. Someone that's higher than you. Your parent, your boss, could be a co-worker, they got a promotion and you're at that same level, whatever the case may be. So obedience draws you closer to God, number one. Number two, being obedient, you get blessings. Way more than what you can imagine. Believe that. Just by listening. Just by doing what's right. Doing what's right all the time is not an easy thing. Doing what's right is not an easy thing, folks. All the time. Some people have a problem with talking the truth. It kills them inside. It kills them. And some people just don't tell the truth at all. So that coexists. It goes together with being obedient. If you want this person to tell you the truth, why not you tell them the truth? So if they told you the truth and you lied to them, then you're being what? Not just disloyal, disobedient. You're not being obedient. Like, really think. Seriously. People judge you being disobedient. You're not supposed to do that. Obedience, accept them for who they are. No matter what they're dealing with, no matter what they look like, no matter what sickness, no matter if they got 3 eyeballs, 2 heads, 4 arms, no legs, 1 arm, 1 finger. What the world? Can't judge them. Everybody's different. Everybody's unique in this world. So just be obedient. Accept them for them. You don't gotta agree with them. You don't have to agree with them. But just accept them for them. You'll learn a whole lot along the way. If you choose to do that. So obedience, folks, you know, it doesn't cost nothing to be obedient. It is common sense, but common and sense don't make sense. Not in these days. Ugh. Father, you only know. Right about that one. So, you know, obedience. Seriously. So basically, folks, that was sermon on obedience. What is obedience? A law? You know? Hopefully you're listening. I just do that in there. I don't have to keep repeating myself, but obedience, you know, just following orders from a person that's authority is over you, a ranking that's higher than you, basically. And obedient, you know, is a Latin word, you know, folks, that means obey. So when you think of obedience, just think of obey. You know? That might help you remember it a lot better. So, pray that you got something out of it. You can send me any topics or anything you want me to do any sermons on at the bottom. Leave them in my comment, you know, section. Whatever it may be, don't matter what it is. Being real. There ain't no fakeness. Not at all. I got 0 tolerance for that. Believe it. So, you know, sermon today, folks, obedience. Everyone have a blessed day. Prosperous weekend. Speak blessings, peace, happiness, joy, prosperity, overflow of blessings in your life, wherever you may be in your life. So have a blessed day, folks. A blessed evening. On the other side of the world, y'all have a good night. Get some sleep too. That's about it.